Hey everyone, this is John from johnloomer.com and John Loomer Digital on Facebook. I found a great little tool to help with your content curation to Twitter from your blog that I want to tell you about, and it's called Tweet Old Post. This is a WordPress plugin. So what you see here is the settings after you install it. I assume you know how to install it. Just make sure you search for Tweet Old Post, and then you come to the settings page. Really simple. I mean, first of all, you have to authorize your Twitter account. If you have any issues, I did have some. Just make sure you follow these instructions here. But the power of this is really cool. So the little background, most of my work is done on Facebook. I'm all over the place. I really don't have the time to manage Twitter effectively, and I understand that automation really isn't the best, but it's the only alternative I have to managing it throughout the day, which I don't have time for. So the way I use my Twitter feed, more or less, is to share posts by others and also my own posts to try to create some value there and also drive traffic to my website. So I've used other tools in the past like Buffer and Timely, and those are great. The only issue is when it comes to my own posts, I have to constantly go back and load in another 20 to 30 posts manually, and I'd rather not do that manually if I have an automated tool like this one, and this is perfect. So you go in here in the settings, you can tweet out the title only, body only, or title and body. I use the title. You can throw on some additional text if you want, and throw that text at the beginning or the end. You can even, I don't know why you wouldn't include a link. Obviously I do. Make sure you check this, since by default it's at no. You can actually also fetch a URL from a custom field. I don't use that. Use a URL shortener. There are 8 to choose from. I use Bitly. You can also choose to use hashtags. This is kind of cool because you can assign a different hashtag depending on the category or tag or custom fields you use. I'm not currently using hashtags, but that's something I'll certainly consider in the future. Here you set your minimum interval between tweets. I set mine at 4 hours. You can also add in a random interval added to the minimum if you want. I just kept it at 4. Minimum age of post to be eligible for a tweet. I have mine at 2 right now. I may change that to 1. And maximum age of 30. I just want it to continue to be relevant, and I'll continue to monitor that, see if it makes sense. To be honest with you, I don't really know what this is, but I have it checked. Now, you can exclude categories, which I think is pretty cool. So I chose the shedding light on social media series that I have. And the reason I excluded it is because that's really more time sensitive, as I kind of use it as a review of the prior week. So that's really awesome right there, but you have additional features. You can exclude individual posts. And I find this helpful because there are posts when I go back and look at them and I decide, maybe they're not relevant anymore. So even though they're within that 30-day window, I can exclude them here. So now going forward, I'll probably even do that. I may know that as I write it, but it's not necessarily going to be evergreen. So I can check that here. So that's that. That's my review for Tweet Old Post, a great WordPress plugin. I recommend you check it out. You can also read my review at johnloomer.com or like my page on Facebook at John Loomer Digital. Thanks.